boating, riverside scenery, and photography. What more could you want? In this episode, we are starting at the rural location of Woodford Mill near Ringstead, working our way along the disused railway line to Stanwick Lakes in the heart of Northamptonshire. In a breathtaking position of rolling hills situated on the river between Ringstead and Great Addington, just upstream from Woodford, is the Woodford Mill, boasting a working water mill linked with a generator. Also at the mill is Willie Watts Marina, who always give you a friendly welcome, whether you're visiting or mooring permanently. So I think I worked up a bit of an appetite. The newly opened watermill is set in the most idyllic location, surrounded by beautiful scenery. The watermill tea rooms is a real treat on the eye and on the tongue, with an array of delicious homemade cakes and other food to choose from. A very friendly and welcoming environment, which makes you want to go back time and time again. A little further upstream from Willie Watts Marina is the welcoming Blackthorn Marina. Every time I go on one of my walks, I always seem to end up on the Nene Way. (1845) saw the opening of the Northampton and Peterborough Railway. The track connecting the stations at Earthlinborough and Ringstead ran through the middle of what is now Stanwick Lakes. The line was closed in 1964, but is now a very popular walk-in and cycle route from Ringstead to Stanwick Lakes itself. Well, it really is worth taking a walk off the beaten track. I've just come up to this elevated position just above the Nene Valley, and it's offering me some spectacular views. I mean, just look behind me. It's incredible. Full panorama of the Nene Valley. The river is just down below. It's absolutely amazing, I love it. Stanwick Lakes itself does not have any moorings. Now, don't let that put you off for boaters, because there are 3 marinas nearby. There's the Environment Agency moorings over at Earthlinborough, and there's Blackthorn Marina, and there's also Willie Watts Marina at Ringstead as well, all within about a mile and a half away from Stanwick Lakes itself. Quarrying for gravel began in 1985 and continued extraction until the end of 2004, forming the lakes of Stanwick. Before quarrying started at the site, archaeological excavations were carried out that uncovered thousands of years of heritage at Stanwick Lakes. This is what one of the Iron Age roundhouses would have looked like. Next to the roundhouse site, the archaeologists uncovered the remains of a large Roman villa. One of the mosaics from the Roman villa was returned to Stanwick Lakes in 2013 and can be seen on display in the visitor centre. Take a journey back through time to learn about the working lives of Victorian Northamptonshire, one of the many events Stanwick Lakes puts on, called Hands on History. Whether it's by foot, by boat, by car, or walking just like I'm doing today, getting to Stanwick Lakes could not be any easier. This truly is amazing. I've come across a little bit of paradise. Stanwick Lakes is a unique 750-acre countryside attraction and nature reserve located in the heart of Northamptonshire's Nene Valley. At the heart of Stanwick Lakes is the visitor centre. We can stop for a nice cup of coffee and some lunch, and there's also a gift shop and also an information centre about all the various wildlife you can find at Stanwick Lakes. There are extensive and imaginative play areas, open spaces and paths that families, walkers, cyclists and nature lovers can explore at leisure. With acres of lakeland to explore, Stanwick Lakes has got no shortage of places to sit and rest, put your feet up, relax and enjoy the stunning views. Stanwick Lakes has one of the largest reed beds in Northamptonshire, which is home to a variety of birds such as the reed bunting and sedge warbler, and invertebrates including moths and dragonflies. Wildflower meadows support a wealth of butterflies and bees during the spring and summer, which provide a perfect hunting ground for hobbies and kestrels. Dotted around the lakes are hides such as this one. This is my particular favourite. This is the treehouse hide, where you can get up a little bit higher, and it's ideal for spotting all the wildlife and the bird life as well around Stanwick Lakes. It's absolutely great. They even provide a chart to tell you what birds are what, particularly for people like me who are not very good at identifying the birds. The River Nene crosses through the site as it meanders down the valley. Kingfishers are regularly spotted along the riverbanks, and otters have also been sighted. It's great, it's so peaceful. I'm looking out over High Ferris across the River Nene. Absolutely beautiful. You can be as adventurous or relaxed as you want. Whoa. Or you can even try sports like rock climbing. Oh, I wonder if I can do it. Oh. This stretch of the Nene Way, following the river, is absolutely fantastic. It's beautiful, it's unspoilt, it's just great for exploring. Well, this time of year, having a walk with the camera, it's all about the autumn colours, so that's what I'm going to look for today. Walking alongside the river, I'm going to explore and see what pictures I can take. On the riverbank, I've just found this beautiful miniature apple tree, so I'm going to try and get some detailed shots, just zooming in a little bit using a medium zoom, and I'm going to use a shallow depth of field so I can blur the background out and hopefully get some really nice pictures of the apples. I've never seen them so tiny. I don't know what type of apple they are, and I don't even know whether they're edible. I'm not even going to try, but I still think they'll make for a nice picture. Typical of this time of year, nice and autumnal, and that's just what I'm trying to get. One thing that strikes me about this stretch of river near Stanwick Lakes is that I think it remains relatively unspoilt. I'm mentioning back to the time of the Romans and the Saxons, and I can imagine that the river actually looked very similar to how it looks now still. There's still lots of wildlife. It's very quiet, even though there's two marinas in very close proximity, and I think that's all helped probably by Stanwick Lakes as well, being a country park. All the land is managed, and yeah, it just makes for a lovely unspoilt stretch of river. I love it.